Okay, we are recording.
Well, I don't really know how to
Okay.
make a story out of these.
No, you don't have to make a story.
It says that when she first started school, she hadn't been sick hardly at all when she was very small. She did have eczema on her face pretty bad. She had on her face. My mother used to have that too. But when she went to school, it seemed like everything that came along, she got it. She got the measles, she got the mumps. In fact,
Mom.
it's where your glands here swell out like that. And she would walk around like this, and if you say something to her, she couldn't turn her head. She'd have to turn her whole body around. And if she would drop something, she'd try to pick it up, she'd go down like this, because every time she turned her head,
She what?
It would hurt.
it hurt very much.
And I had scarlet fever.
What's
And
scarlet fever?
Scarlet fever was a very highly contagious and dangerous disease at that time, and they didn't even ask me. They brought an ambulance to the house and took her to the hospital. No,
That was diphtheria.
I never had diphtheria in my life.
Okay.
No.
I was in Sydenham Hospital for a month
30 days with scarlet fever.
with diphtheria. I had scarlet fever and mumps when I was in the second grade.
You never
Let
had.
me turn this off. We got.
Did Gigi tell you some stories?
Uh-huh.
She did?
He's not much of an exhibitionist.
What's that?
He's bashful. He's shy.
Did Gigi tell you stories?
I tried.
Okay, go ahead.
Did
Sit.
she tell you the story when she was a stripper?
Sit down, Dan. Your back is.
I strip every night before I go to bed when I get home.
Yeah. But tell them the story. Tell them the story about that you told them the other night about when you were little, what your daddy did.
Okay? When I was little, things were a lot different than they are right now. You remember I told you about my dad singing in the bathroom when all the screens were in the hot weather? Because we had no air conditioning.
Yes, I remember it.
There was no air conditioning.
I remember it.
There were very few automobiles, very few. They didn't look like the ones we got now. We had no TV. Well, anyway, we didn't have any electricity. We were never able to just go in and flip a button and turn on the lights. But we were very fortunate. We had more than a lot of people had. We had gas lights on the wall. And I can remember, though I was very small, when we would come home, my mother, my sister, and I would stand at the front door, and my father would go in first. And he used to carry these great big wooden matches. I don't even know if he had book matches then. But he carried these wooden matches in his pocket, and he would flip that with his fingernail in some way that he could ignite it with a light. And he would turn the little knob on the gas lamp, take the globe off, and light the gas lamp and put the globe back on. And then we could come in, because we could see where we were going. But we didn't have any heat upstairs either, because we just had a coal stove. Little round pot-belly coal stove that was in a little room. And my mother used to bathe my sister and I. That tub wasn't quite as big around as this table is. And she would heat the water in tea kettles and big pots on the stove, and she put it in this bucket or tub, whatever you want to call it. And she bathed me first, and then she'd wrap me in a big towel and sit me on a chair near the stove where it was warm. Then she put Aunt in the same tub of water, because it was a lot of trouble heating all that hot water and then putting a little cold in it to make it just right for us. And she used to stick her elbow in like that to see if it was too hot or it was too cold. That was a better judge for our bodies than using your hands, because they're tougher. she would bathe us there, and then she'd take us upstairs and put us to bed. But before she gave us the bed, she had little round vinegar bottles, apple cider vinegar bottles, that she would save. They were about so big. And she'd fill them with some of that very hot water. And she would roll them in a cotton tea towel and take it up and put it under the covers, between the sheet and the covers, and get the bed nice and warm, so that when we went up there, the bed was nice and warm. We got in under lots of covers because there was no heat at all up there. And on Saturday night, she would bring us a cup of hot chocolate and a couple of graham crackers and the Sunday funny papers. You ever see the Sunday funny papers? You ever read them? No.
Comics.
No, we call them, yeah, comics is what they are, like cartoons on TV. And we refer to them as the funny papers. Now, we used to love that. We'd have our hot chocolate. And then in the morning, this was every morning, before she woke us up, she would squeeze, you didn't buy orange juice in containers like you do now. It tastes so good. You had to buy the orange, and then, well, I think Nanny's got an electric one. She had a little thing that she would twist the oranges on and get the juice out of them.
Oh.
And she'd bring us a big, tall glass of orange juice up in the morning. And she'd sit it on the table next to our bed, and then she'd wake us up. And we would drink that orange juice before we got up.
Well, Gigi can tell you a story that's not a very nice story about Granny either. When Granny had to go to school every day, and
On Sunday?
no. Well, I used to I used to go to church and sing on Sunday, but your Gigi would come upstairs and she'd say, "All right, Amelie, it's time to get up."
Okay.
You don't remember? And I'd say, "Okay," and she'd go back downstairs.
And she'd go back to sleep. And you call her again. And it was, I'm up, or I'm getting up. And you hear nothing. You wait and you wait and you wait, and you're back up, and there she was hanging around the sleep. She loved to stay up late at night, and she hated to get up early in the morning. And she's still a night person.
That's right.
She likes to stay up late and sleep late, and that's not a very good habit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. You know.
That is your school.
Not if you're homeschooled.
Yeah, well, see, that's an advantage, but you see, a lot of children couldn't get the education that you're getting at home because you have your mommy who went to college, your daddy who went to college, your pa went to college, and Granny went to college. And besides that, several of them took special extra courses. And even if you went to school, things that they're teaching you now, you wouldn't learn until you were in the 5th or 6th grade. And some of it you might never learn.
Guess what?
But
I'm already on the 8th reading level.
I've been told that. How
Yeah,
wonderful you
how
are.
about that? I know something that Gigi would probably enjoy, Cindy, if they can remember any of them, if you can fire some scripture numbers for them and they can recite.
Romans 6:23, Dan.
And the Lord Jesus says that get the God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. Romans 6:23.
Oh.
And the old one is Romans 6:23. The old Romans 6:23 is says that what Jesus says that get the God is eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord. Romans 6:23.
Very, very good.
Oh.
They're
Very
different.
good.
They're
John 1:12 and 13.
I always don't.
But-
But as many as receive, then in case he the power of God, Son of God, those who believe in his name, were born.
Hope Ann, you're on tape.
Oh, what's the matter with you?
She's whining. Dan, Genesis
I always
1:1.
get it wrong.
Okay, it's all right. It's okay if you get it wrong.
Who cares?
You're
Genesis
just
1:1.
learning this reading.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:1.
Okay. Okay.
Do you remember Philippians 4:13?
No.
Well, tell us something you do remember. That's fine.
Man
How about-
shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. Matthew 4:4.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Or what's the other one?
How about by this?
By this all men shall know that you are my disciples, for you have one your love
If you have love for
from
one another. John 13:35.
35.
Very good.
Do you know John 3:16? For God so loved the world.
He gave his only begotten Son, to whosoever believes on him
Shall
shall
not
not
perish, but have.
has everlasting life.
Very
John
good.
3:16.
John 3:16. And the other thing I bet you Gigi would like, you know the song that you sing to me and Pa in the car that's on your tape that you all like so much? Would you sing that for Gigi?
Behold the Lamb, behold the Lamb, upon the white horse. He returns in majesty, faithful and true. He triumphs now to rule and to reign. His eyes like fire, his head the crown. He rules the nations with his hand. With awesome power, with victory sure, he comes to judgment and to war. Behold the Lamb, behold the Lamb, in shame and sorrow. Once he came, no crown of thorns, no cross of pain. He stands revealed in glory now. All heaven resounds as he takes his throne to rule the earth, no, to rule the earth, his world reclaim with victory sure. I can't remember.
Oh, that was nice.
Very good.
Very
Oh,
good.
But the
Very
next word
That
is
was
to
very-
war.
to war.
To war.
Well, that's a very difficult song, and I'm sure singing it without any accompaniment is very is
It's hard to
very different.
understand.
And I know another story that you have heard me tell you, but I would like your Gigi to tell you as she remembers it, although she doesn't know the part, she might not remember the part about how it happened. But when I took my little sister up to the park,
Another one of those jokes.
another one of those jokes, yeah.
We were going somewhere, and I had Joyce. She was a pretty little girl, blonde, curly hair. I got her all dressed in a very pretty pinafore dress, combed her hair. Eileen was already bathed and dressed, and I said, "Take her for a walk in the walker while I take my bath and get ready." Well, she and the girlfriend decided to go to the park, which was not very far from us, and push her around the park, which was fine. She was old enough that she was responsible enough to. But somewhere along the line, someone had to go to the bathroom. And instead of coming home, they took her to the public toilet in the bathhouse. And Joyce walked in and promptly stepped in some doo-doo on the floor some messy person had done there. Either they were in a hurry or just plain ornery. And she came, brought her back home to me. I mean, there was no water or something. You turned the spigot on, there was no water. She had doo-doo on her hands, on her arms, in her hair, on her clothes. And she looked like she had rolled in it. Oh, was I upset.
I bet.
I had to take her up and put her in the tub and wash her hair. And here I was all ready, dressed, ready to go. I wasn't a happy camper.
I bet.
While you guys are doing singing with Hope, sing your favorite Irish song for Gigi.
So a little girl goes about the sky one day, and nested in the ocean in a spot not far away. And when the angels sang and cried, looked so sweet and faint, they stood there. The angels sang so sweet and so it looked so peaceful there. Through the garden was still there, just to make its legs so firm. And when they were finished, to be sure, they called it Ireland.
Oh, that's the best you ever sang that. That was great.
He used to sing a little one to me, and it had about 10 verses, but my mind's not as good as yours. I don't remember them, but I do remember one little verse of it. It says, I went to the city where the girls are all pretty.
Pretty.
It was there that I first met sweet Molly Malone. She wheeled her wheelbarrow down streets wide and narrow, singing cockles and mussels, alive, alive, alive. Singing cockles and mussels, alive, alive, alive. You know any of the other verses to that?
You know that's the only one I know, and there is about 10 of them.
About 10 of them.
Do you know the pig one?
What, how about, sing Patty Finnegan.
Patty, there was a man named Patty Finnegan. He has whiskers on his chin again. He shaved them off, but they grew again. Poor Patty Finnegan, again.
You sing it over and over and over again.
I
Have you ever heard Pop sing to you? Shade over GM spells Harry. Road about the Irish woods Nicholas or say a word
Again, me.
Shade
Double R.
GM, you see, it's a name that no
Shame never has been connected with Harrigan. That's me. The Irish are disgusting people. They
Yeah.
say-
When you slide back, you go right out of the tape. So, okay.
What- How about your sweet low, swing low, sweet chariot?
Oh, that's a good one.
Sing both.
love, sweet chariot, come and go, carry me home. Oh,
Sweet chariot, come forward, carry me home.
I looked through the garden, and what did I see? Come and go, carry me
home.
coming after me, coming for to carry me home.
Very nice.
You look
We just have to make sure we get in the right
before I
keys.
do. Coming forward, carry me home. Just tell my friends I'm a coming after you. Coming forward, carry me home. Very nice.
Very, very good.
Oh, I want to put on tape. I want you to sing for, want you to sing for Gigi, your Mr. Moon.
Now keep your voice up.
Oh, Mr. Moon, bright and silvery moon, won't you please shine down on me? Oh, when you're less in danger, afraid to run, there's a man behind you with a big shotgun. Oh, Mr. Moon, bright and silvery moon, won't you please shine down on me?
Very good. And Hope likes to sing, all I want is, no? You don't like to sing that one? Do you
Well,
Not anymore.
how about you want to answer some questions?
No.
No, we can do that another time.
Oh, you don't wanna do
Yeah,
that stuff. Okay.
we're trying to do Gigi's stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But we've covered best part of the thing, on the penny loafers, that was a.
That was a
funny
funny thing.
one. When Aunt Eileen was, when your granny was about,
I see.
I guess what, 14, maybe 13, I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't
But
little.
we didn't have television. And on Saturdays, lots of times, they would go to the movies, which was about 8-10 blocks from my house. And it cost 10 cents to get in. At that time, they had shoes, just flat type shoes that young girls used to wear, and they called them penny loafers. Because in the front here, there was a little slit, a round circle where you could insert a couple of pennies. So she went with 2 or 3 other girls, and she walked all this distance to the movies. And when she got down there, she was supposed to have 10 cents to get in. Well, she had 10 cents to get in. And the man said, I'm sorry, it was a new tax that had just come out. Like you have to pay taxes when you buy things now. He said, it's 12 cents. Penny on the nickel. So, well, she got all excited. Well, the other girls went in, and she just run home as hard as she could. And she came in the house, Mom, I need 2 more cents. I mean, she was just as happy as she could be. If I'd have given her the 2 cents, she'd have run out the door. I caught up with her. And I said to her, Eileen, why didn't you take the 2 pennies out of your shoes and pay for the tax? Well, she got so upset, she threw herself down on the couch, and she cried, and she cried. And I said to her, here's the 2 cents. Well, she was so mad because she hadn't thought about those 2 cents. And she'd come all the way home and she had to run all the way back again. I had plenty of time talking her in to go ahead. And if she'd hurry out and get there, she wouldn't miss too much in the movie. But she was
Guess I
mad.
didn't like doing something that stupid, right? So, I did another really stupid thing. Talking about the time I came home and I had learned how to do a back bend. You remember that?
I know you cracked your head. I don't remember the entire incident.
Yeah. I bent going back and back and back, and I fell on my head.
On that occasion, she forgot that she had 2 hands to stop her. Something similar to the 2 pennies.
Something like that.
She didn't forget very much, though. I remember me telling you that your grandmother had a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
But when it come to dancing, that was an altogether different problem. But she belonged to a dance group, and they did tap dancing, ballet. Did you do jazz? I don't know.
No, we
Yeah,
didn't have
just
jazz.
tap and ballet. Well, anyway, as she got a little older, she got up in the roof. She could remember. No matter whose dance it was, she could remember it. And in fact, her teacher very often would say to her, Eileen, what comes next? Or Eileen, somebody else is dancing entirely. She didn't even have to know. And she might not have done her dance as well as some of the others did. But boy, she knew it. And she not only knew hers, she knew everybody else's. So that if somebody else wasn't there, couldn't do it, she could do her. She could take their part. And many a time, I had as many as 5 costumes to make for her because she was in so many different dances, and a lot of the kids would watch her to see what she was going to do next because they'd forget. She didn't.
And your Gigi used to make all my costumes. You know how I make things for you all now? And she used to make costumes.
I don't know. I think your mother's a pretty good seamstress. I'm not sure. No. Well, anyway, most people who sew well I think that's where your granny gets this too. They go to the store and they buy a pattern. They see a picture in a book and they buy a pattern. Remember me telling you how when I worked at the shipyard during the war, we used to make a pattern so that the burners could burn the pieces out? Well, you could buy a tissue paper pattern to make a dress. And Miss Jenny came to me, and if you bought the costumes, they were quite expensive. And I didn't have the money. So I would get the material from her, and I would take them home and I would make it. But I did like Granny did. If I wanted to make a skirt, I'd just take a big square piece of material and I'd cut the four corners off of it. And then I'd cut a little hole in the circle and a slit here. And I'd try it on her. If it was too tight, I'd just cut a little more out of it.
And I still sew that way.
And if it was too short, I made a ruffle. Just gathered it up and sewed it on the bottom and made it longer. So she wanted a little Bo Peep costume one time, and I think there were about 8 kids in the group. And she asked me if I'd make one. So she gave me some green and yellow material. So I went home and I made a green skirt with a big ruffle on the bottom. And then I made a yellow skirt and put it on top. And then I gathered it up here and put a little velvet bow in several places. Don't ask me how I made the top, I've forgotten. But I had nothing to go by. It was just hit and miss. And then it was off the shoulders because I didn't know how to make sleeves. I just put a little ruffle across here, and then I took the black velvet that I made the bows out of and made little straps here. Well, it turned out to be quite pretty. She loved it. And I took it down, and oh, Miss Jenny was delighted. So she showed it to the other ladies. And they said, well, where shall I get the pattern? What's the number of the pattern? I said, I don't have any pattern. I just made up as I went along. Well, she said, well, you know, they made it fit. They didn't know where to begin. And I tried to tell them how I did it, but they were good seamsters. They could sew anything if they had a pattern. And they were very upset with me.
Why?
Because they had one Dickens at the time making dresses just like it. So I told them to take the dress apart and use it as a pattern if they wanted, but I'd put it back together again, but they didn't like to do that.
Another time she made me a costume. I was supposed to be in like a Starry Night costume, and it was all white, and she went out and bought a little box of paper stars and pasted all the stars.
Well, there was a little more to that. When she handed me that costume, I looked at it and I looked like a scrub rag. It was crummy. So I stopped in the dime store and bought a yard or two of tartan.
Taunton.
And gathered it up and put it on top of it. And then I did the same like I did with your, that was one of my pet. Gathered it up so that it looked like petals on the outside of it. And then I put a ruffle around that bottom of the skirt, which was the dirtiest part. I was tempted to stick it in the bathtub, but I was afraid to. She's making a face. Tell her how many evening gowns I stuck in the bathtub.
I do it.
Lots.
So we, at that time, you know how when you go to school, no you don't know, but when you went to school when we were young, or when she was young, if you had 100 on your page and it was very good, they put a gold or a silver star on it. So I stopped in the 10-cent store and I bought a big box of gold and silver stars. They're sticky on one side. You wear them like a stamp and I put them all over her dress. And we found a little silver hat somewhere. Oh, I think we made it out of Reynolds wrap or something. I don't know.
Yeah, aluminum foil, that's right.
Aluminum foil.
Aluminum foil.
But she looked so pretty. And from the audience, I mean, you couldn't tell.
I still have that picture.
Aluminum.
Yeah.
Do you really?
I still have that
In
picture.
front of the audience, you couldn't tell?
No, because up on the stage.
The lights are on,
they're
and you
different.
saw the shiny stars and they sparkled.
And one time I tie-dyed, your mother might have done that at one point. They
Not
had
for them,
costumes that didn't look very nice, they were faded and they weren't good. And I tie them in knots. If a dress is yellow, for instance, if you tie it in knots, 2 or 3 places, and you dip it in the dye, where it's not tied, it becomes green. And where it's tied,
It
and
stays
not,
white.
it stays yellow or
Mhm.
whatever. If it's white, if it started white. And you open it up and you shake it out. Well, it doesn't look very pretty in the hand. But we decorated with some paper flowers. That was
Uh-huh.
had an arch like of
Yeah.
flowers and from the audience when they were way up in the stage with the lights on, it looked beautiful.
We were supposed to be wood nymphs,
I don't know what you were supposed to do.
something like that.
She's
Do you,
Mariette.
do you remember,
How do you know?
do you remember any things that Alan used to do at your house specifically?
Just my kitty cat that he
Oh.
scared away. And he didn't scare it away, but
The Ajax.
AJ.
No, wrong grandmother, sorry.
No, washcloth.
Get ready,
How do you
set,
put it back in the box?
go.
No, you don't think so? Well, I have.
Okay, we are recording.
Okay.
So now you asked Gigi before about when you were talking about your pigtails and 3 parts. Ask Gigi to tell you
That
about.
comes later.
Oh, all right, you start then. All right.
Okay. Your granny wanted me to sing you a couple of silly songs,
Oh, great.
but that's not really my forte. You know, Granny's the singer in our family. But I'm gonna try,
Good.
okay?
Good.
I used to sing to her and it didn't hurt her, so I guess a little squeak won't hurt you either. Huh?
No.
How you feel about that? He has no opinion. Well, one of them goes, maresy don'ts and doesy don'ts and little lambsy divey, a kiddly divey too, aren't you? Oh, maresy don'ts and doesy don'ts, little bearsy honey, a kiddly honey too, aren't you? Now if the words sound queer and funny to your ear, a little bit jumble and gyrate, sing mares eat oats and does eat oats, and little lambs eat ivy, and mares eat oats and mares eat oats, and little lambs eat ivy, a little eat ivy too, aren't you? Well, she liked that one. And my favorite, I don't know whether she remembers it or not, is two little fishes in the itty bitty pool. Down in the river in the itty bitty pool swam two little fishes and the mama fishy too. Oh, it said them start over.
No, you don't have to worry about it. Just keep
Oh, I
going.
do. It drives me nuts, Ollie. You know I do.
Well, just sing something else. What's the other
I
one?
like this one. Down in the meadow in the itty bitty pool swam 3 little fishes and a mama fishy too. Swim, said the mama fishy, swim if you can. And they swam, swam, swam right over the dam. A boop, boop, get 'em down, why don't you? A boop, boop, get 'em down, why don't you? A boop, boop, get 'em down, why don't you? And swam, swam, swam right over the wall. Oh, said the little fishy, look at the whale. Quick as they could, they turned on their tails. Back to the pool in the meadow they swam. And swam, swam, swam back over the dam.
Hey.
That was
Good.
familiar.
Is it familiar?
Did you
Yeah.
sing that too? You're so
No,
much better, don't you remember?
I don't remember. Now, what was the other one that you said last night?
The one that Grandma used to sing to. It's not a funny song, but it's Good morning,
Right.
Mary Sunshine. How did you look so soon? To scare the little stars away and shine away the moon.
Yeah.
I saw you go to sleep last night before I ceased to play. How did you get way over here? And where have you been staying? I never go to sleep, my child. I'm shining all But while your wrinkles stream, it hides me from your sight.
Hey, I don't even remember that.
You know, I
I mean, I remember the first verse. But,
I get so upset because the good Lord alone only knows why I got stuck with these rusty pipes. Everybody in my family.
You can't have everything, Mom.
I know. But when we go on the bus trips, the senior bus trips, and they sing all the real old songs,
You know them.
they don't know the words. They stumble over them. They found, and I know them all, but I can't sing.
All right. Why don't
Now,
you both?
actually,
Why don't you
yesterday I
both with Gigi, and then let her do the parts you don't know. You're a grand old flag. You're a high flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true with the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Well, should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Now, Gigi knows the rest of it.
I want no cranky, hanky, panky. I'm a dead square honest Yankee, and I'm mighty proud of that old flag that flies from Uncle Sam. Though I don't believe in waving, every time I see it waving, there's a chill goes up my back and makes me glad I'm what I am. Hurrah, 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 the Yankee starch. And that old G.A.R., every stripe, every star, red, white, and blue, hats off to you on
This you're a grand old flag. Then it's you're a grand old flag. You're a high flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true, neath the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Well, should all acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag.
The part that I mixed up on there was Yankee Tar. And do you know what a Yankee Tar is? That was a soldier, the American soldier.
Oh.
That's what the British people referred to
Oh.
it. The Yankee Tar. Where tar came from, I don't know. Just like you're studying about Great Britain. Didn't you see Granddad show you Great Britain on the
England
the pole?
and Scotland and Wales.
Scotland and Wales. He had a nickname that the English were limeys, of course. The Irish were mixed. The
Italians were guineas.
Italians, well, let's just talk about the British side. The Welsh were taffies. I don't know where
Taffies.
that came from.
Taffy was a Welshman. Taffy was a thief. Taffy came to my house and stole a piece of beef.
Happy was a Welshman.
I never heard that. Okay. Go ahead.
But, you know, Eileen spent the first few years of her life with my pa. That's why I asked you yesterday if you remembered meeting their friends, Vernon and Jean, but you couldn't remember.
No, you just stood here. I'll get some grapes again. That's all right.
Mom.
Here. You can eat. That's all right. This is informal.
But what I was going to tell you, that my father was, Eileen's pa, was from Great Britain too. I mean, he was not from England. He was from Ireland. And he was a grown man before ever he came to this country. So he never lost his Irish brogue, his Irish accent. And everyone used to love to hear him talk. Now, Eileen was too young to remember it. But he's the one that really started her singing. And I was going to start this out by telling you, I'll tell you a story about my dad.
Okay.
And the way he would say it to you, he would say, Well, if you mind your manners now and be quiet a bit, I'll tell you a story. So I'm gonna tell you his story. He used to take Eileen and sit her on the table long before she could walk properly. She was a long time walking properly, I'll have to admit that, because she was a fat little baby. And she would waddle along and waddle along, and all of a sudden she'd she'd be trying to go in the other room, and she'd bump into the wall, and she'd plop right down on her bottom, and then fall over on her side, and then she'd crawl over up on her hands and feet and get something and pull herself up, and go a little farther, and then she'd hit something again and flop back down. And do the same thing all over again.
This is a mushy one.
It's a
And
mushy one?
she's still a bit of a klutz.
Yeah.
Had moves.
She's 77.
Stay there.
What have?
So anyway, he would sit around on the table, and he would sing all these funny little Irish songs.
Do you remember any of them?
The one I remember, and there was many verses to it, but I only remember the one. And it was, let the pigs lie with their feet in the air. Johnny Kildare, oh, let the pigs lie with their feet in the air. Johnny Kildare,
I remember that.
and the lay, and the Callie. Don't ask me what that means. Oh, watch the coloring man. Oh, watch the coloring man.
It sounds like
Exactly
something
what would
Irish.
happen with her. She'd sit there and she'd laugh, her belly laugh, and
What's a belly laugh?
Right from way down.
way down, and she'd just laugh for all she was worth every time he would do that. But he had, half a dozen songs, I guess, that he taught her to sing very well. Chorus, verse, and everything. And she still was not walking properly, but she could talk. She spoke very well.
And I could sing.
Huh?
And I could sing.
And you could sing. Not many people believe me, but she could sing, I would say, when she was about 2.5 years old.
I could sing, roll out the barrel, we'll have a barrel of fun.
And Amapola,
I don't remember all that.
and the beer barrel polka. That's what that was.
That is beer barrel polka, yeah.
Oh, there were others, but I can't remember them. But you know, my brother was just a wee man. He had a powerful voice. And oh, he did love to sing. And in the summertime on a warm day, we didn't have any air conditioning, but we had all the screens would be in there. The neighbors could hear him singing in the bath. All these Irish tunes to the top of his voice. And they used to love it. Or so he said. Now, it could have been a bit blimey for all I know.
Can you sing the little pig song again?
Can you learn it? I don't know what a lee and a lay are, do you?
It might maybe do with water.
Well, I told you before, Nanny doesn't sing very well. Maybe Nanny could learn it and sing it too.
Maybe.
Can you whistle?
Nope.
Can you whistle?
No. No? Good, you did it.
I
Okay.
suck in when I whistle. I don't blow out.
Okay.
A
Good
lady is
for
a meadow.
Oh, is that? I'm reading the leg. All right, well,
So while we were back to the story of your granny, that's what this was all about. Let's see, what were some of the earliest tricks you did? Well, after she learned to walk, for some reason or other, she was fascinated by anything that would go around. And she scared the life out of me a number of times. She'd see an electric fan going around. You know what an electric fan is, don't you? Have you had an electric fan? She'd want to stick her finger in and see if she
Like,
could.
like this, on, see how it goes
Yeah.
around,
At
only they were,
Grandma's house out on our porch.
yeah, or they were on the floor, or on the table.
And they have them covered because they can be dangerous, but she'd see it, and she'd want to stick her finger in it. And she was about Dan's age, I guess, one time when a boy was out in the yard pedaling his bicycle. And in those days, they didn't have just the stand that you lay over. Now, they had a stand that would go under the wheel like that and make it stand up. And you could pedal it like for exercise or whatever. And she was on the back step, and honestly, she came about that far from sticking her finger in that thing. And one time, do you remember this? You went up for an ice cream cone, and I went with you. And in their freezer where they kept the ice cream, they had a little vent there. And it wasn't.
Stuck my fingers up in that?
Yeah, got stuck. Couldn't get your fingers out. Now, I don't know whether there was a fan going around in there or not. But you had stuck your finger up inside, it had like something like a mission blind on it. It felt folded over the other, and you managed to get your finger up in there. And I mean, if there had been a fan going in there, it'd cut it off. But all that really happened was you got your finger stuck.
I guess I did some pretty stupid things, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a pretty bad baby.
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was bad. She just wanted to know all about everything. She wanted to know what was going around, and she wanted to see if she could make it stop by sticking her finger in it. And I mean, that's the way she was. She was just.
I never do that.
Well, I don't blame you. That's pretty dangerous.
Oh, that'd be very dangerous.
You do things like that, though.
Yeah, but I know they're both waiting to hear the story about the photographs.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that one probably came along before the incident with the finger. Well, when she was about 2 years old, I used to take her upstairs and sit her on my big bed because the sewing machine was in that room. And it was good and nice light. So I'd give her this box of my mother's old photographs. And she would get them out, and she would look at them, and if it was a baby, she'd, baby, baby. Even if it was a picture of her or whoever. And she picked some of them up, and she'd kiss them, and put them down. I don't know whether she licked them or chewed them or what, I don't remember that. What I do know is I gave her a bottle. It was time to feed her, and I gave her, she took a bottle as she got bigger. When she was smaller, I nursed her, but when she got about 2 years old, I didn't have much milk, and we put her in a bottle. So I gave her the bottle, and she lay down and she was drinking the bottle, and I was sewing away on the sewing machine. And when I finished, she was sound asleep. So I just put a couple of pillows on the sides of her so that she wouldn't go off. And I went downstairs to have a little lunch. And after I finished eating, I came up, and she was sitting up. And I said, "Oh, you're awake." And I started talking to her, and I went over and started to pick the pictures up. And they were sobbing wet.
Did she pee on them?
She had peed on it. Felt like she peed on them 2 or 3 times. She must have peed that whole bottle of milk out, is all I know. But that made them soft and pliable, So she just tore. Oh, I felt so bad. I thought my mother was going to be upset because they were her pictures mostly. And I took them down and I showed them to her, and she said, "Just throw them away." But I wish I had them then. So, as she got a little bit older, her hair was getting long and heavy like yours, but it had absolutely no curl in it. And no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't make it curl. But it was very thick, and I used to part it down the middle and make 2 big thick plaits. And bring one on this side and one on that side. Well, she was getting to the age, I guess somewhere between 4 and 5, where she liked to cut out paper dolls. You ever had paper dolls? You had paper dresses, and you cut the dresses out and you put them on the dolls. Well, she used to like to play with them. And she was being very good, sitting at the table, cutting her dolls out. And I came in, and here she had taken the scissors, not she didn't cut it here or down at the end, no. She stuck the scissors in here about that far from the part and closed the scissors. So all this hair was hanging down here, and this piece here was just standing straight up in the air from here to here. Well, here she had long hair, and here she had hair about an inch long. And it really looked
Just looked like an early mohawk.
really looked so. And I thought, what on earth am I gonna do with that? If she had cut it down here, I could have just given her a short haircut like Dan's or something, and it would have grown out. But up here with the hair that long, I didn't know what I was gonna do with it.
Cut it off.
Cut it all off like that?
No, just cut it like that. Cut it on the other side.
I bet she'd have been bald-headed here.
I guess I looked pretty silly, huh?
She did look pretty silly.
What happened?
Well, what we did was we took this plait out and we put the part on this side. And then we took that hair all over and tried to cover it as best I could. But then I made one small plait here.
Oh, was that when you started doing that? Oh,
One
okay.
small plait here. But still, and I'd wet it down. I even put, you know how we used to get wave set, that gook then?
Yeah.
I would even put some of that on it and brush it down. But as the day would go on, first, bloop, 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 they'd pop up again. And she'd come in and I'd say, sit down, I want to comb that hair again. So then,
It finally grew, didn't it?
It finally grew.
finally grew.
Well, also, when I was 4 years old, they tell me that I had a big birthday party, and I'm sure she'd like to tell you about that.
Oh, tell us.
It wasn't very mannerly. She was having a birthday party. And usually, when children come to other children's birthday party, they bring a little gift. And she knew she was going to get some present. So as soon as the door would, somebody would come to the door, she had to run to the door and open it. Say, what did you bring me? What did you bring me? Or where's my present? You remember that?
Yep.
So after she was told that wasn't very polite, she stopped that. And she was pretty good for a while. And then after the presents were all open, we were sitting around, and we had thinking about getting ready to eat. We were waiting for me to put the cake, birthday cake, and all on the table. And everybody was talking, you know, yeah. And she come out and she said, "Shut up, everybody! Shut up! I'm gonna sing."
That's what they told me.
So, and I mean, she was very little to be doing things like this, very young. I think she was
And
only-
tell us some more about it.
What else did she do? That was, well,
I used to roller skate a lot when I was
well,
little.
then let's go before that. Granddad also, her pa also would read to her. And some of the poems and things, and she had a book about this thick, as thick as this book.
The mother, oh, like a Mother Goose book.
Goose book. And she could sit there, I don't think you were 4 then, and she would turn the page, and she would say that poem, and she would say that poem, and she would turn it, and she would say that poem, and she would say, you would think that she knew it, that she was reading it, but she wasn't reading it. She had it all up here in her
The
head.
whole book.
Practically the whole book. And a lot of people today don't believe me when I tell them that, but Pa would read them to her over and over and over and over again. And she got so that she really knew it. Did you ever tell her the one about the old lady in the
Oh,
basket?
yeah. They could probably recite that now.
And then-
There was an old woman went up
in
the
a
basket 99
times
times as high as the moon. And where she was going,
I
could not but ask it. For in her hand she carried,
Under her arm.
under her arm she carried a broom. All right,
Old lady, said I. Whither, oh whither so high? To sweep the cobwebs out of the sky. Well, I'll be back with you by and by.
Yeah. That's my favorite. That's still my favorite.
Yeah, isn't? So, I had something else on my mind. Oh, he also taught her to count. I guess she was about 4 then. To count to 100. And he taught her ABCs.
Can you count up to 100?
Oh, of course I can count to 100.
And after she learned that so well, he taught her to say her ABCs back. Can you still do that?
I don't know.
No, backwards.
Backwards.
Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, no, I
Oh,
can't.
Ellen. Well, she could, but I mean,
Yeah.
she wasn't even that slow. She's a, she spit them right out. So we went out, we used to go to the cleaners. We used to take my father's things to the cleaner up at the corner from the house. And they were an elderly Jewish couple, and they never had any children. And they thought she was so wonderful because she thought she was so smart. So every time I would go in there, they'd strike a conversation with her. And the man said to her one day, "Can you count to 10? She said, "I can count to 100. He said, "Oh, you cannot." She said, "I can so." Well, he said, "Let me hear you." So she counted to 100. And then the lady,
Fast?
well, yeah, fairly fast.
Like this?
She did everything fairly fast. Slap, dash, bang.
Just like you have a granny gene, right?
No, I don't do much doing that.
So then,
Did she do little?
yeah, that fast. And then the lady said to her, "I bet you don't know your alphabet." She said, "I can say my alphabet backwards." And the man said, "Oh, you're kidding. Nobody can do that." She said, "I can." And she said it to him. And he said, "Well, why would you do that?" She said, "Well, anybody can say it backwards."
Pretty clever, huh?
Clever.
Did you know you had such a clever granny?
And the funny thing was, you see, I was very young. I was a very young woman, and I didn't realize she was that smart. I just figured all kids did that, you know. So then the war came, and Paul went to, he was a soldier, he went away, and I was going to get a job. But you had to be 6 years old to get in school.
Yeah?
Are you ready to do the camera?
Honey, the
Camera
camera's
is on,
been on.
sweetheart. I don't know how much of it they've heard, hopefully not too much
Uh-huh.
singing. But anyway, so I took her to one school and tried to enroll her in the school, and he said, "Well, she's only 5 and a half. She's too young to start school." And I said, "I know, but her father's in the service, and I'm going to get a job in defense work, and I was hoping to get her started in school." So no, they were sorry, they wouldn't do it. So I went to the next school, and I asked. And the sister there that was teaching, after she heard my story, she said, "Well, I'll tell you what I'll do." She said, "I'll take her. I'll start her." But she said, "If she cries, you're going to have to take her in." And she did the same thing she did to the men. She put her hand on her hips like this. She said, "I'm not going to cry." The sister said, "Well, you're probably right."
Oh, I know a story that I've never told them, that it's not a funny story.
Well, Dickie's supposed to.
I know, but I'm reminding her about it. And she was very mad at me when I did it. But when I was in the 1st or 2nd grade, she made me a whole alphabet book to do my letters. She can tell you the rest of the story
No,
about
I
it.
can't. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, she put them all in plastic and everything in a special book, and I had a habit of leaving my book bag open. And I was walking home from school one day, and the fire hydrant was open. Do you remember now?
I remember something about it.
Yeah. And I jumped across the water that was running down the street, and I used my book bag like a bucket. And guess what happened to all the hard work that she did?
What?
They didn't have permanent ink then. It all ran all over the place. She was very angry at me, very upset. She worked weeks on that. It was beautiful, and I was upset because I loved it. I was very proud of it, and I used to be able to practice my letters on the plastic, and then we could wipe them off. It was very clever.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work. And I also understand that I did some roller skating, and I'm sure she can tell you about that.
Well, I don't know if there's anything different about it, except considering how clumsy she was, how she always fell over her own feet and all. It never occurred to me that she might be able to roller skate.
Oh, can you roller skate now?
We
No.
bought her a pair of roller
I
skates
know.
because in the fall of the year, when it just started to get a little chilly, all the children started roller skating. So I bought her a pair of roller skates. And she put those